What's up, everyone? Trey, Lyle, Michael, Massie, Frontstretch.com for a wild truck race. Massie, coming into this, if you got the championship 4 of Grandin Finger, who's already locked in, Corey Heim, Christian Eckes, and Ty Majeski, you're like, all right, nothing crazy happened. What we expected to happen happened, and so on and so forth, and we're heading to Phoenix with probably at least the 3 best guys, and then maybe the hottest driver in the series in Grandin Finger. But final restart, Taylor Gray, who's on fresher tires than Christian Eckes, who did dominate and stink up the joint for about 95% of this race. Contact into turn. Well, basically, I'll break it down. Gray is on the outside, has a better restart. A lot of contact from Eckes in turn 1 and turn 2. On the backstretch, right over there, Gray clearly gets to the lead. And then Christian Eckes, right over there in turn 3, decides to ship him like he's a FedEx package into turn 4. And Christian Eckes, after a rough battle with Ben Rhodes, wins. Before we get to the Taylor Gray reaction, Massie, your reaction of that final sequence.
Well, it was surprising on so many levels because first, we hadn't seen anybody pass Christian Eckes all day. We didn't think it was possible. And Gray goes out there and in a fairly clean by Martinsville standards way, gets the lead on the outside.
And to preface this, that would have clinched his spot in the championship 4. There's one part I forgot.
And first career win. So, that's a lot at stake. And this is his last chance at a truck championship because he's moving up to Xfinity next year. So now he won't be able to check that box. But great move. And then Eckes, I expected contact. I expected a bump. But I thought he would give him a chance. I figure Eckes is a great short track racer, experienced. He would give Gray a chance to make the corner like Ben Rhodes did to Eckes after that. But he did not. He sent him up there. Gray never could recover from that to even be in the picture. He still finished 4th, but he wasn't a factor for the win after that. Wasn't a factor to advance to the championship. So it essentially ended that one move essentially ended his playoffs. And it was wild. I mean, you expect it because it's Martinsville and that stuff happens here every single year. But you're also surprised by it just because you don't see these guys doing that. And I'll send it back to you and say, did Christian Eckes do the Christian thing there, or did he not?
Oh, my God. I was going to ask you, think if you want to, and obviously Eckes is dominating the race, and he wants to cap it off with a win. I think that's why he did the move. Like, you're a driver. You think about inside the race. But how ironic would it be if Ty Majeski is first at Phoenix and Christian Eckes is second? Because if he doesn't do that move, Taylor Gray wins. He'll win the championship theoretically. And I think Ty Majeski slots in as maybe the favorite considering how well he was at Milwaukee, how well he was at Richmond. At Phoenix, that's a different conversation we'll have for later in the week, maybe during happy hour. But let's get to one of the craziest moments for me in pit road. This time last year, the Saturday weekend of Martinsville, I am chasing Austin Hill after he wrecks with Sheldon Creed to the care center and gets the claps. This time, I'm even doing a bigger hike. I don't know how I didn't give it to you, but going from pit stall 1, which is all the way in the middle of turn 1 and 2, to right over here to the front, to the victory lane is on the start finish line, and Taylor Gray was hiking, and there was a group of us, and I'm not the most athletic person, so this definitely I was winded there. Massie, he actually stopped like right behind us and wanted to get out, but the officials sent him down there. That was the first part of this. What did you think of that whole sequence? Because you basically were with it. You were the only one basically that didn't go, and you got to kind of interact with the other drivers during that moment.
Yeah, I saw Trey going down there. I'm like, He's got this. I'm going to go talk to the rest of the drivers. But I couldn't talk to the rest of the drivers because they're all staring at that video board up there watching this confrontation. There's a video I posted of all of them, Corey Heim, Nick Sanchez, all these guys are just standing there watching this confrontation. And yeah, the crowd, I mean, it was a truck race. We don't get like big crowds for truck race. I felt like it was a pretty good crowd for a truck race. And they were loud when that happened. It was the loudest they've been all night.
It was first like a mix of cheers and boos when Eckes got out, and then it went straight boos. Taylor Gray in his post-race comments said kind of two parts. He first said he's like, we're gonna show him at Phoenix, but then he kind of corrected himself. He's like, hey, we're gonna race the Xfinity Series next year. It's gonna be like that. And then he had some more harsh words post-race when he finally, after he walked all the way back, which. If I was him, I'm stopping like right here. I'm like, I'm done. Like, I'm going to the like. He got a whole like mile in just walking back and forth. Got the extra lap in, but he said he can't retaliate at Phoenix. He's afraid of penalties from NASCAR. So where do we go from here? Is this again kind of the long-standing issue we have from NASCAR of, where is that line? Because I don't think the line got crossed really tonight, but I also get Taylor Gray being pissed, and I feel like he should kind of be able to retaliate.
Well, there's a difference. I don't think he should be able to go do what Connor Jones did last week, like a flat-out just dumping of someone, or a right hook like we've seen. But
I have an example. He should do what Chase Elliott did to Denny Hamlin at Phoenix after getting wrecked here at Martinsville.
2017. Yeah, that was like, as Dale Jr. would call it, payback with a scalpel. It's just ever so slightly you just run them into the wall and ruin their day. If he does that, I don't see how NASCAR could do anything. Don't forget also, last year, Carson Hocevar wrecked Corey Heim in the championship race. Corey Heim, when he got back to Hocevar, he rode him up into the wall. Did NASCAR do anything? They did not. So I think as long as they don't cross whatever line there is, he'll be fine if he wants to get it back.
My bet, nothing happens, because we've been here where stuff happens and they say they're going to do something and they don't do it. Quickly, let's preview tomorrow. We'll be here as well. We got Cup qualifying. We'll see what happens with that, but. Interesting front row for the Xfinity race tomorrow afternoon about 4 o'clock, or 4:30, I should say. Parker Retzloff and the fast pasta of Anthony Alfredo are making up the front row. Didn't expect that.
I did. I totally expected them to be front row. I'm just kidding. The Retzloff one isn't as big of a shocker because he did win the pole at Richmond earlier this year, so that Jordan Anderson racing team is showing a little bit of speed on short tracks. Now, at Richmond, he led, I want to say, like the first 40 laps, and then he kind of fell back. Maybe he could stick around a little longer. I mean, what a story would be, though, if he just goes out there and shocks the field. All the talks about Championship 4, playoffs, all this, and then him, and the guy who's not even in the playoffs, go out there and win. That'd be wild. But that's certainly, the race is already more interesting with that front row.
Yeah, and you have a situation, I think you'll agree with me, with Chandler Smith, Sammy Smith, Sam Mayer, and Jesse Love all essentially have to win the race. And so what do you expect? More chaos?
Well, so Chandler is starting right behind those two guys in third. So it wouldn't shock me if he takes the lead early and kind of does like Christian Eckes tonight, leads a lot of it. I do expect chaos. The Xfinity race, the fall Xfinity race at Martinsville, I feel like is routinely the craziest race on the entire schedule. So whatever you think will happen tomorrow, you're wrong. I don't care what you predict, you're wrong. We're wrong, whatever we say, because something crazy will happen. Somebody insane will win. There'll probably be 1,500,000 overtimes. We'll be here next year still covering the overtimes. But no, just sit back and just enjoy what is the wildest race on the schedule.
And that will do it for us here tonight. Friday night, we're back Saturday night, Saturday afternoon. We're also here on Sunday for the Cup race. At M_Massie22, at Trey Lyle VT, signing off from if this is what we have all weekend, we're in for a wild one as drivers try to punch their ticket to Phoenix and win that championship. We out.
Jared Haas with Frontstretch.com. Come back soon for more great racing videos. And if you like us, make sure to hit that subscribe button.